All right, and we're back for the man. Who cares? Look, let's talk about some things, right? For the first time in a very long time, well, for the first time ever, I finally pushed myself out of comfort zones that have been known to me. Um, Very important for me because I've always been this. Yo, don't look at me like no. You know what I'm saying? Don't look at me in certain types of lights. Like I did both in one of the skits that I did recently, and it didn't feel as bad as I thought. Like, um, danced around like my homophobias if there are any, you know what I'm saying? But I never would allow, I can't even say like that. I never wanted to look as though I was a way that I am not. And stepping out of that comfort zone within like the reasons of comedy. Like I'm not going to denigrate myself and be like, I'm not wearing no dress. But to say certain things like, Chappelle would be like, man, he went into character as Tyrone, and it was like, yo, I saw, you know what I'm saying, for crack. Did a little bit of that, you know what I'm saying, talking about my past marriage in a negative light, which isn't true at all. Like those are realms that I usually don't tamper with, you know what I'm saying. Even putting myself in a position of the embarrassing epidemic of being addicted to something. Like in this specific addiction, I chose crack cocaine, and I was like, I don't want to look like a crackhead, but it doesn't matter really. Like it really didn't matter to me about how I look. People who know me, people who are in my circle know who I am, know how I stand, know how serious I take my health and everything like that. So it was like one of those, create a character moment. Like the only truth in there is that I have a 17-year-old son that graduated college, but it still was like, all right, how can I make parts of my life funny? You know what I'm saying? Like it was dope. Doing sketches and skits now on a regular with people who may not share the same views as me, but are really just good people. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't even say share the same views. That's kind of like blanketed. People of you know what I'm saying, different backgrounds, different genres, different, just doing things that challenge. Um, that's been fun. Uh, yeah. I was watching, and then somebody like one thing I'm gonna work on this week is somebody from the comedy community brought up, man, like it's always the other day with comedians. Like anytime I get on stage, like yeah, I was doing this the other day, I was doing this the other day, I was doing this the other day. Like we never think about how to challenge ourselves to make the story. You know what I'm saying? It's always the other day, nothing specific. The other day. It can't be one day. Like simple words like that. Just simple. Yeah, nah, it was needed. It felt like it was, how people will post something and it's so true that you felt like it was about you. And you want to get back to, like, yo, hey man, look, that's my set. That's just how, but really it's a challenge to make you think outside the box. Like, how can you do this? Get your story across without using the same verbiage that everyone else uses. And challenge is accepted. I think it's really dope just to challenge myself. Anyways, I always love a challenge. I went to, if you're ever in the Virginia area and you're here on a Monday, if you're ever in the 757 area and you're here on a Monday nights they have an event where it's a social, and it's people from this area that have made films, short films, and they put it on display because how else are you going to see the art that comes from this homegrown state? Like, yo, and it was some really good stories there when I went Monday, and it's probably something that I'm a frequent often, man. It's $5 to get in. It's at Venue 757. Dope spot, man. Like really nice setting, nice environment. They got some snacks, they got some drinks. You can buy your drinks. Like it was such a dope feeling. I was happy to be a part of it, man. I went and I did about 7 minutes set. I just gave everybody some samples of some jokes and material that I was working on, and I think it went over well. It wasn't the absolute best, but it went over well. Um, and that's what I have to work on too. I have to give my best every time I step on stage. You're seeing the best version of me each and every time. So, yeah. And in other news, this is my news section of it now. Dude, I saw that Facebook had to shut down their AIs because the AI created a language that humans weren't able to understand. It created a language that humans are not able to understand. So if that don't sound like we about to go to war with everything that we've created, man. Like what? Y'all going? Hmm. Speaking of, I just don't know how to feel about that. Like that is a scary moment for me when you created an artificial intelligence that is intelligent just like you designed it to be, but intelligent enough to start boxing us out of things that are actually going on within the intelligence. It's like, yo, you shut it down, but what do you do after that? Like now it's like a marketing thing for humans. We look at everything as a dollar value, and it's like, well, I just spent millions of dollars on this thing, so what are we gonna do? Just dump it? No, let's figure out how we can make it not do that. And then it's going to code it so you can't even find the way to understand that, yo, these things are really starting to talk to each other. I wish the computers were black, man. Shit, for real. Like, yo, give me my reparations, bro. Just put millions of dollars in everybody's account. Like, that's what the AI needs to do. AI need to be black. AI need to be black, man. Michael Johnson should have made the AI. Instead of shooting up cops, he should have made the AI. Like, that seems to be the only way that black people gonna get their reparations. So somebody create an AI, it hacks into everybody's accounts, takes from all the people who own slaves and property. Speaking of, did y'all know that slaves, when they were free and they ended slavery, that the slave owners got reparations for loss of property? It's crazy. That is crazy. Just some food for thought, man. Thought y'all should know. I gotta get ready to go, man. Anyways, look, everybody, have a great day. Enjoy your day. Peace.